On boys, what are you doing, meatball, out here in the garage? So we got a good one for you today. So everyone always keeps messaging me and asking me, so I said I figured why not, let's film a video on it. Everyone wants to know, Jake, why do you have one boosted car and one NA car? Why don't you just sell the NA car? Obviously one is faster, but I'm gonna tell you about the pros and cons over both. This one is so much more reliable, I feel like, for longevity. And this one is still good. Like, I mean, we're still rocking the factory supercharger. This hasn't been crazy open up or much. All right, meatball, you want to lay up underneath the car? Yep, just lay your body up against the Shelby, and yeah, Carol Shelby, be happy with that one. So like I was saying, this is a factory boosted car. This isn't like really much that can go wrong, but there actually is. So we did upgrade the fuel system. We did a lot of stuff throughout the whole car, but overall in the GTs, I see people run into a lot more issues than over on the Shelbys. And that being said, is people take these cars, cut them up, modify them, and they don't really know how to modify them properly to have longevity out of them. You guys seen this car on the channel for a little more than, we just crossed the 3-year mark on this car. Racing it, road tripping it, nonstop, and knock on some wood, haven't really had any crazy issues with it, or just maybe minor tuning stuff where we just need to make adjustments because the weather changes, the car adapts, and that's pretty much it. So we're getting the car ready for the track today. We're gonna take this, go fill it up with some E85, make sure everything's good on the car, test it, maybe do a couple pulls, and then we'll be taking the Shelby out later, doing the same exact thing. But let's jump in the Apollo, start this thing up, if I can find the key. Actually, the key's right in the car. Idiot. You know, honestly, this car kind of scares me a little more than the Shelby, but let's see what it does. Feel the front end stand up a whole lot more. I think we're gonna have to pull over and check the car though. I feel like I hear something on the back right. I guess we'll find out. Could just be like the nipples of the tires. You guys know, like on these tires, they're like really long. They're like that. So I don't know, we're gonna have to see. Car felt good, front end stood up. It definitely didn't spin as much as it previously used to. Dang, it got hot in the car real quick. Something about the 10-speed, like, and a lot of other people, they're like, oh, Mustang drivers can't drive. No, it's not that. It's literally how the car shifts, and it'll throw the body English off. Like, you guys know when I do a pull, usually I'll do manual mode, because if the car gets a little crazy on me, it's almost like, in the sense, I'm not gonna say it's like a manual, but in the sense of a manual, I can keep it in the same gear. So like, let's just say I'm driving a manual and I go snatch second, I bang second gear, and then the car gets swirly on me. So both my hands are back on the wheel, and now I'm correcting the swirliness, and then once the car gets straight again, lift a little, throw the car right in third. So that's pretty much kind of like the same, like the way for me to put it for you guys to understand is just like when I'm hitting it in that gear, and just in case, God forbid, the car spins or hits a bump and wants to throw the car a different direction, the car will not upshift on me unless I accidentally hit the paddle shifter. You guys know what I'm saying? So like, drop a comment, let me know what y'all think on that, because that's how I race my 10-speed. Because if I was on, like, for instance, if I was on street tires, man, all of a sudden I just wanted to stomp it as the car is right now, like the power level and how it hits and how aggressive it is shifting wise and everything. If I'm on my street tires on the BC Forge wheels and I just floor it, I don't care who's driving, you're just simply not going to keep this car straight, because the wheel speed's going to get so fast so quick, and then when the car shifts, it's going to like almost buck the car in the direction where it's like it's going to want to throw it into a tank slot. So that's pretty much what happens, and I think that's why the person that had the S650 crashed it at 32 miles on it. I kind of think they did the same thing, and they just lost control of the car. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, if that's how you guys have a 10-speed. I know most of you guys do have 10 speeds, what I was trying to say, but I can't speak English today. Most of you guys do have 10 speeds, and I know y'all can definitely feel it out, and definitely feel that. Because I mean, people usually go from sport to drive, so it's kind of almost like the same thing, and that's great. Thank you for pulling out in front of me. I've always wanted to roll up on like an old school muscle car like that, just to race. Old school Nova, that thing looks sick. They look like a Karen right there. There's some Karens around here, boys, I'll tell you all that. There is Karens around here. And people can't drive for absolute shit. Pretty sure every area is the exact same way, but I wonder who owns that Nova. That Nova looks sick. That thing looks clean. Alright, fill her up with some E. Fill her on up some 85. 85 went up. It's like what was it, 314 now? I always get nervous when I see the green handle. Always think it's diesel. So see how much we can get with 25 bucks. So boring out here, guys. That's why I'm trying to move to. This is just whack. All there is to do is ride around here. People go out and party, which I'm not really a big fan of. And then we'll burn the rest of this off driving around today. Only put 25 bucks total. That's plenty. 2 more gallons going in the car. And that should be plenty. Go cruise around for a bit, get these tires broken in. And if you guys want to see how to put the jug in the car and sit it there properly, teach you guys some. Got to take that net out though. See how it fits in there? Right there. Bungee cord it and all the way across to the other hook, and you're set. Dang, got exhaust in that Explorer. EcoBoost. All right, there it is, $25. Now we're out. Off to Mexico we go. Back to Tijuana to commit a felony. I wonder if they have race cars in Tijuana. I wonder if they have actually any cool cars in Tijuana. Let me know if anyone's been to Tijuana. Yeah, oh, what are these bugs, dude? There's little bugs everywhere. Get out of here, freaking idiot. Oh, y'all gotta try this. Mountain Dew Energy Blue Burst. Absolute amazing. Absolute gas. Bro, who got the Nova? That Nova's been sitting out there with the windows open. It's making me a little nervous. I don't know how well y'all can see that Nova. Oh God, look at this piece of garbage rolling down the road. Tesla. Hate them, absolutely hate them. We just riding around with Hoosiers on it. Dude, this Nova looks so sick. I wish I was born back then. I was born in the wrong era. That thing is beautiful. Yeah, I'll definitely gap him. He's on a baby tire. Looks like a freaking 245. I don't think anywhere you can get fair races anymore. Because everyone's just like, oh, is that a baddie? Dog! It's like, nah, I don't think she was that hot. But anyway, as I was saying, you cannot get any good races anymore. Like, it is just another Tesla. They're just whack. Like, people, like, they want to guarantee a win. Like, these people be messaging your tuner, be messaging other people. I'm like, bruh, who cares? Just race, be honest. Like, you guys know everything that's done to all my cars and the horsepower and everything. I have no reason to lie. If I lose, so be it. You'll never be the fastest person out there. You can be one day if you do Street Outlaws maybe and just get sponsors and pro mods. But that, I don't really care. You guys hear that UFO? That's my rear whining. Straight race car. It didn't whine that bad, but since I took that cover off, it's been whining. I mean, this rear has been nothing but abuse. Ford, if you're watching this, someone from Ford, like, just, y'all need to pick up Apollo and put this sucker on display, or give me a whole nother line of the S650 and just call it the Apollo, and let me design it, and let me do my stuff to it, because then you'll be selling some S650s. You're already selling them now. I mean, I'm buying one. I mean, I like them. Everyone just be a hater. Yeah, guys, it made less power. We get it, all right? We know. And that's because of the EPA. You really think Ford wanted to put a new Mustang out that made less power? You should be thankful. Everyone should be handwriting Ford a letter saying, thank you, Ford, for keeping the V8 manual alive. Because Mopar shit the bed and GM shit the bed. So here we are, Mustang still pulling through. That's it. I'm finding a Tesla to gap. I gapped the Model 3 Performance something the other day. There's this kid that rides around all cocky as can be. He's got a spoiler on it. I was pounding the gas on his shit with the Shelby. I didn't have the GoPro on me, but it was so funny. He was pissed. As soon as he got up next to me, I just smack it again. Smack it again. I just kept walking away from him. But if it was a Plaid, it would have been a different story. I probably got gapped. But once the Shelby goes on the 85 and we turn it up, I don't think I'm gonna get by a Plaid. That video will be to come. That video will definitely gonna make it happen. All right, guys, so I figured while we're driving, I might as well tell y'all a pretty cool racing story. So back when I was a young buck, I want to say I was 17, roughly. I had my Gen 2 Coyote. It was full bolt-ons. What is this lady holding up a sign for? Eagle Scouts. Woo! All right, so story time. Back to it. I was 17. I had my Gen 2 Coyote. It was, I don't even want to say it was full bolt-ons. It was just intake, tune, and like I had a muffler, like RTR mufflers, Rohana wheels, same ones that are on Colin's car now. And we went to this meet nearby, and it was like kind of more down towards in the city, and this guy with a Pontiac GTO, I will never forget this day as long as I live. I have never met anyone that would just come up and start talking absolute crap. Like if I did YouTube back then, oh boys, we would already have 1 million subscribers. Like we would be so well past where we're at, it would not even be funny. There were so many times we'd just be driving in the GTR, a white Supra would pull up and we would just race it. It would just be like the craziest stuff that would just randomly happen out of the blue. And I would always film it on my phone, but like back then the cameras weren't that good and I was filming on my iPod or like a little crappy camera. But I've always been filming. I've always really been filming, technically. It's just like I finally decided to screw it. I'm actually gonna start posting it. But anyway, oh, look at this dude. Come on, bro. So anyway, this guy came up, started talking mad shit with his Pontiac, and he was like, I got Mustangs all day long, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, hey man, I was just coming here trying to enjoy the meet. I really wasn't looking to get into any racing. I don't know this area very well, blah, blah, blah. Whatever, long story short, he just keeps running his mouth, and I was like, you know what, screw it, put your car in the street, let's see what happens, and run your shit. I'm kind of done hearing it. I'm on street tires, this dude's on a tire. I'm like, hell, at this point, if I lose, I don't care. Like, if I win, it's just gonna make him look even worse because I didn't say one thing bad. I was like just sitting there minding my business, and he just comes up, starts bashing Mustangs. And I've always hated when people would always bash Mustangs. Like, he had a genuine hate for him. I even remember the guy's face. I even remember what he was wearing. He was wearing a black shirt, a black hoodie with a LSX in red on it. And I remember that clear as day. And he was just saying all this shit. I got Mustangs. I'll eat yours alive. I was like, cool. And he wanted a first gear roll, which was the oddest thing to me. I was like, you don't want like a 40? And mind you, my car was a Gen 2 with a 6R80. And I was like, all right, whatever. No problem. First gear. I'm not afraid of my car. I can pedal it. I'll drive it. And actually around that time I was sliding the car a lot and I wasn't even filming it. I'm such an idiot. I really wish I was. But we lined up, we literally were cruising down this like really like crazy big highway, and it was super late, probably maybe 1 in the morning at this point, 2 in the morning, and this guy's like, first gear roll. I was like, no problem. I was an auto and he was a stick car, but the way this guy was talking and the way his car was, the cam, like, it was just nasty. Like, I didn't know crazy too much about those cars back then or how fast they were or even what it had. It could have had a built motor for all I knew, and I was like, you know what, screw it, let's run it. Another Mustang. And dude, and people came out to follow us to actually see what happened, just because this guy was talking so much crap. Other Mustang dudes were like, Jake, just run this guy and gap him. And I was like, all right, whatever, I'll try my best, we'll see what happens, no big deal. And we went out there. Boys, I'm gonna tell y'all this, my Gen 2 was pretty quick. It wasn't the fastest thing around, but it wasn't slow by any means, especially for a 17-year-old to be driving a Gen 2 Coyote. I thought I was driving a freaking Pro Mod. I thought I was in the fastest shit around the block, and I loved it. I was smiling ear to ear every day. It was my daily, and I genuinely loved it. That's what I love. I love daily driving the Mustangs, and we hit it. We lined up and we beeped it off. I swear, if I could find this footage, I'm gonna have to dig so far back for you guys, because I'm not lying. I swear to God, when I tell you everything, I don't lie. And he hit it, he beeped it off, like 1, 2, 3, and we hit it, and my car was just all over the road. I kept it revved out. I was not lifting. I was like, I have to beat this guy. I have to beat him to shut him up. And we raced like 3 or 4 times back to back. We only had like 1 good race when he finally hit every single gear. And the way this guy was talking, I thought he was a professional driver. I genuinely thought this guy was like Ricky Bobby or some shit. Like, I was like, all right, I'm racing Tony Stewart right now. Like, this is gonna be a good one. And I'm telling you, we hit it the first race and we were neck and neck. He shifted second, and then when he shifted, I pulled out on him by like half a car, or maybe like 80, 90, 100 miles an hour by then after that, and then shifted again. I just walked him so bad. It was so embarrassing. Oh, I think they were on my helmet. I might have to pull over and check. That kind of scared me. But I literally got out on him. I hit the 4-ways and everything. I disrespected this guy after that because he was just talking so much shit. And then it was like one of those things that, like, you won't believe it unless it was on film how much shit this guy was talking. But it was so funny. I wish I was filming back then. I really was, like, fully, so I could have showed you guys this. Like, it was gold. Like, I missed so much gold content. It is not even funny. But that was actually hilarious though. There was someone with me, but I'm not saying any names and where it was. But yeah, it was a good race. I hope I can find the footage. I'm gonna throw it up in there. I know for a fact I might have one clip of the race, because it was like, I'm talking shit, probably 2017, so we're talking 6 years now, maybe going on 7, and there's so much traffic around here, this shit is annoying. Boys, we are back in the Shelby now. Switch cars, dropped the Apollo off, and taking a ride in Zeus. I don't know how well you can see, but there is a red Camaro in my rear view mirror. Buddy's been driving pretty aggressive behind me, so I don't know if he's gonna want it. His girlfriend's in the car. I mean, I hate to do it to the guy, but if he wants to get smoked, we will have to humble him in his 5th gen Camaro. He's been switching lanes like he's Ricky Bobby, so I'm gonna have to pop her over in a different mode. Sport, track. I like track mode. Track mode's pretty cool. Exhaust open up, traction control off, and manual mode. Camaro steps into it. Oh yeah, he's trying to get up on me. I wonder if he doesn't know this is a Shelby. I don't know. Some people do think this is a regular GT. I don't know how. Maybe it's the flag throwing them off. Because they're like, there's no way a guy's gonna put an Italian flag on a Shelby. Well, you found that guy. This guy doesn't give 2 shits. Grandma. Bust a U-turn, please, brother. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on, Brody. Ah, he ain't want to do it. He don't want to do it. What's up, bro? Thanks, man. I was thinking you wanted to race. I was like, shit, we could bust a U-turn. Yeah, it's a Shelby, yeah. I was like, I don't know if he knows if it's a Shelby or not. I saw you coming behind me. I was like, yeah, he wants to race.
I just followed your Instagram.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, have a good rest of your day.
Where you live? You live around here?
Yeah, I live like by Forest Hill.
Oh, yeah, it's up towards me, kind of. Yeah, I'm up that way.
Hey, that's so nice.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah,
you have a nice day.
You too.
I'll see you. Nice guy. He knew it was a Shelby. That was actually funny. He was a cool dude. That was funny. Well, let's rip a pool. Honestly, like, I don't know why. I mean, I actually know why, but this does not feel fast to me anymore. The GTR, I'm telling y'all this, the GTR ruined it. Don't ever, I mean, you could buy a GTR, but don't ever drive a fast one and then get back in your car, because it's gonna ruin your feeling. It's gonna hurt your feelings tremendously bad. Like, yeah, it's a fast car. It's not slow by any means. A lot of people are like, this is a very, I mean, it is a very nice car. It's a beautiful car. It's very aggressive, but it's sad. I just wish it was faster. I mean, it's not slow, but I mean, I just get used to it. It's like a drug habit. You just get used to something and then it's like, it's mid, it's whatever. I wish I could just, oh, there's another Hellcat. It's a yellow one. Bro, what is happening today? Like, why can I not catch a Hellcat from a 40 roll? That's all I ask. Is that so much to ask for nowadays? And we picking up some rocks now. That was a yellow Hellcat. That thing actually looked really good. Well, we're live. We are in Chuck's race car. Hey, is your exhaust open? Holy shit, we're going to jail. It's open. Look, his car is drunk all the time. He's got the camera on. Make sure you hit a curb in the Shelby. Dang, that thing looked good. Woo! Well, now we're back in a GT, baby. Can never go wrong with a naturally aspirated Coyote. Holy shit. All right, well, this is a... There may or may not be a cop behind us, but I'm still trying to race.
I'm still flooring this.
There's another Mustang right there. Well, I think everyone at this intersection is probably looking at us. We have a red car and a blue car. Thing looks slow. That thing is so loud. Oh my ears. Sounds like a beast going down the road. Dang, I didn't realize how wide the tire was on the back. It makes you really, oh my Lord. That's it. Get out of the car. You're under arrest. Dude, it's so loud. I was wondering why I was getting dirty looks all day long. Gotta love a good GT. Drop her down in S mode and see what she can do from a 40. Gotta give her the beans real quick, you know. I gotta feel this son of a gun out. Advanced track off. There we go. Let's see what Mick Applebee's got under the hood. He is on E85 right now. Get a little baby pull in up here. Woo, baby. Hold my beer, Betsy. Hold my beer. Holy shit, that's a NASCAR. Look at the truck. That thing was sick. I could tell the difference between 355s and 315s. You don't even have to tell me what gears are in the car. I could feel it now. 355s definitely got a hit. They got the hit hard. Well, coming to an end of today's video. Chuck got to drive the Shelby GT500. Had to pull out the Black Beast out of the garage. And we're doing some cleaning today, getting everything ready for the track. Shelby will not be going to the drag strip. McGapplebee's will be attending the drag strip tomorrow, and so will Apollo. You got fresh tires and skinnies. Chuck, how was your Shelby GT500 experience?
Well, you know, coming from a regular GT driver myself, I was expecting more. It was pretty good.
Just go talk down to it. Let's walk around and give them a little quick walk around. Tell them everything you would change since, I mean, you worked for Ford for what, about 45 years?
I've been there a while. I really don't, you know, after 20 years they give you a gold plaque. I got 3 of them. But, yeah.
It is all right. I mean,
it's what it is. I mean,
if you got one thing to say to Carol Shelby right now, what would you say?
let me show. Bring it up here.
All right, I'm coming.
Carol, I don't know why from the dealership you guys changed the colors on these. I would not do that. I know from the dealer you
Why
guys
in
put
the
that
hell
on
do
there.
they change them colors like that?
Looks a little Chinese to me.
Holy shit. Is this made in China? What is that? Is that plastic? Yep, it's plastic.
Right, that's probably the coolest thing on the car right there.
The tow hook makes up for the whole car.
Paddles felt nice on it.
Yeah, you like flicking the paddle?
Paddles felt nice. But besides that, I mean, looks like it went through a sandstorm down there, but...
Don't show my... Look how dirty it is. Like, it is bad. Like, it is disgusting. That's how Shelby's supposed to look. With the beadlock on it. Don't look at that. There's a pile of dirt in there.
I think that's tape.
No, that's tape. That's from the other things. I couldn't get that off. But that is straight dirt caked up in there. I told you they had gravel on my road.
All right, we might as well never watch this at this point.
Yep. Yeah, it's done now. Whistle and Diesel, if you're watching this video, come pick up the Shelby. It's red.
45K.
45K out the door. Tags, everything. She's yours. Drop a like, drop a comment. I want to talk to every single one of you guys that watch this video. Please, I'm telling you, I love the comment section. Comment section is funny as shit. Me and Chuck will be in the comment section talking with everyone. Run up the video. Much love as always. We'll see you at the track. Maybe, maybe not. Watch that video too. Deuces. Also, the Dark Horse has been shipped. Update, Dark Horse has been shipped, and we're gonna gap Brandon and Derek Brand Productions. Deuces. Show them the bus length we're about to put on Minion. Yep, that's all I wanted to see. Good night, everybody.
Everybody waiting for the come up. I ain't sharing one thing. Yeah, I'ma keep on working till the sun up. Till I get my rollie and my chain. Yeah. Down in my life when I dropped out of class and fuck you to college, they scamming your ass and you don't even know what the fuck you there for. Government made you the puppet, you know. Ain't nobody gonna tell you, but the only ones that stay on woke. Yeah. Please wear your mask, that go save you. Stupid motherfucker.